Okay. Yeah, I think there's just a chance that not a lot of people are online right now, and yeah, won't be watching the stream. Not a lot of people will be watching the stream, but watch the VOD instead. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into it, I guess. Into the Nomad one. Nomad 1 is going to be this map by Hyokar. I'm not really sure who this mapper is, but yeah, they mapped a pretty decent Nomad 1. It is not super consistent, but jump part at the course is pretty gambly, so I figured it would make a decent gamble map. So gambling is always fun, especially when there are matches between very strong players and pretty much underdogs. But yeah, this map is still a pretty difficult Nomad 1 for the 6.2 pool. These bridge parts aren't very dense at all, and most of the difficulty just lies in the Ki, of course. I think there are 3 Ki's in this map, and yeah, the map is gonna be capping at 184 BPM. Not the highest BPM for Nomad 1, so we had, I think, a 200 BPM for round of 16, 210 for round, no, 200 for round 32, 210 for round of 16, and now we're just jumping back to the olden days where all the Nomad 1s are extremely slow. So this is a 184 BPM one. Definitely one of the more gambly picks in the pool. This pool is not very gambly. There aren't really gambly picks except for the DTs, which will be more gambly and tricky, because most of the DT picks will test a lot of skill sets. Even DT1 requires you to not just hit jumps, but some finger control patterns as well. It's a really weird finger control like skill set that I can only really describe when it actually shows up on the screen. And yeah, I missed that jump, so I just missed right in the middle of the map. I am such a good player. Totally deserve to be a tournament player. But this is I could say just boring Nomad 1, but the song is nice, I guess, and yeah, it's just a very clean map. Nothing super special compared to something like the 210 BPM Nomad 1 we had in round of 16 with that gigantic round slider. Yeah, nothing special. Outside from the Gigantamax jumps, just thrown in for the heck of it in the course. And yeah, these slow sliders might have to watch out for. maybe nerves will get in the way, especially in these slower jumps, slower and bigger jumps. But at this difficulty, I doubt there will be any nerves at play, in my opinion. But yeah, this is kind of a nerve control map. If you know your opponent has really bad nerves and you want to take advantage of that, then yeah, go ahead. But this map is OD 9.2. Yes, overall difficulty 9.2. So the act battle will be a lot more intense because that point 0.2 difference in OD is going to be quite large because if you play the game enough, you'll see that there is a difference. There's actually a big difference between 9 and 9.2. So, let's just jump into this next one. The number 2 is going to be actually a difficult one. We've chosen two pretty short and simple and actually kind of easy number 2s for their respective pools in round of 32 and 16. So we decided to go for something pretty challenging for this pool to kind of compensate. But yeah, it's just something. Darkest Night mapped by Moon. Yeah, we had to borrow some plays from other players. So as always, yeah, this map I think is a CS 3.6 map, but this SR is still 6.24, so yeah, the tapping is gonna be most of the difficulty. There won't be a lot of flowing patterns, but there will, yeah, okay, that's the first one. There won't be like just completely dumb patterns, but it is very tapping heavy. This is probably one of the hardest picks in the pool, in my opinion. Maybe outside of something like, I don't actually really find something like way too difficult for this pool. Unlike round of 16, which we kind of wanted to spice things up, we put some pretty difficult maps like Hidden 2, Hard Rock 3 in for some funny reactions, and we got some funny reactions, so yeah. But yeah, this map is going to be one of those, I guess. Yeah, we got the flowing pattern, but yeah, the tapping still takes prevalence in the difficulty. There will be a little bit of buzz slider, but they're slow and they're manageable. This map also tests finger control pretty intensely as well, so definitely one of the harder Nomad 2s we've picked so far. Definitely harder than Ascension to Heaven. Although this map is only 185 BPM, so pretty much it's the same BPM as Nomad 1. So we got two slow BPM mechanics picks. And yeah, okay, these finger control patterns, so a triple leading into a single that is stacked on top of the ending of the triple. So it looks kind of like a quadruple, but no, it is not. So we might see some guys faltering on that if they haven't practiced the pool beforehand. So, and I'm just gonna say this pool really rewards people who actually actively practices the pool, because there are a lot of surprises just waiting for the people who are doing their stuff, minding their own business, you know. Like, we want them to treat this as a job. Just kidding, but yeah, this pool will test a decent amount of skill sets. Tapping does take prevalence in this pool, in my opinion. So a lot of maps are tapping. Not a lot, but like even Hidden 1, Hard Rock 1 has a decent amount of tapping patterns, unlike around a 32 for example. Most of that were just pure aim, so we have more tapping maps now, but they're always fun. Yeah, this Nomad 2 is just, it feels never ending because the difficulty is just so balanced throughout the whole map. So yeah, this is definitely one of the picks to bully people with, or to kind of gamble if you know your opponent is just as good. Um, but Nana, actually, this map is definitely not one of the maps you want to put your opponent into a act battle with, because it's so long, arduous, you could say. Let's go into the Number 3, which is going to be an absolute banger. A classic, Osu classic, 1-2 by Kanoe Rana. Has been mapped by someone, I forgot their name, but they made like an 8-star jump map out of this. But I chose the ranked version with a reasonable difficulty to pull in this 6.2 pool. The SR is gonna be 6.02 and BPM is gonna be 260 BPM alt. This is gonna be snap alt now. There are very little flowing patterns in this, and this map isn't the most consistent. And it's we picked this mostly because of the banger factor. And yeah, it's still a pretty good alt map. Pretty consistent though. I wouldn't say it's the most consistent, but it is still tournament poolable, you know, so yeah, just a resting part here, and then we're just gonna jump into this gigantic Ki soon here. Yeah, these patterns are still pretty challenging for people who aren't just very comfortable with this BPM. Yeah, a little bit flowing though. Yeah, there's still a little bit of flowing. But yeah, most of the difficulty will come from the cut aim jumps. This is going to be like a pretty slow alt map compared to both the round of 32 and 16. So yeah, this is a slower alt map. However, Hidden 3 is a fast alt map. So yeah, anyone who aren't happy with this slower alt map can't just jump into the hard Hidden 2, Hidden 3. They're gonna get their fast alt there, I guess. Yeah, just a lot of free combo here. But yeah, the alt parts are pretty challenging, especially like the later half will pack a lot of difficulty. I think there is like a 1/6 burst section somewhere. You really need to hold your focus on these Ki's, or else you'll break and then you'll lose so much free combo. So really gotta focus. Yeah, this map is just a little bit less consistent compared to like round of 16 Nomad 3, where pretty much the whole map it is just alt patterns. This has much more rest parts like this, but really the Ki is just pack a huge punch. And yeah, this requires so much focus because you don't really know what's gonna happen. Especially, yeah, this map is just so long. I think this is the final KI, yeah. So not very consistent in terms of difficulty. Maybe some people will even find this like more comfortable to play than the round of 16 Nomad 3 because yeah, they're just comfortable with this um difficulty spike kind of gameplay. Yeah, that's the final KI in there. Yeah. This map is pretty long though. Yeah, it's 4 minutes and a half. The longest in the pool. But it's a banger, so I hope people will forgive me as I pulled this myself. But yeah, it's banger diff, and we're just gonna jump into this tapping tech pick now. Hmm, Yelp. Mapped by Nixa. No, actually mapped by Shern. Nixa is the map host. So yeah, this map is just going to be a tapping tech map. Not very, actually this map is very special, it's so awkward. Yeah, a lot of finger control. The tapping is, yeah, very stamina, you know. Definitely not your typical Nomad 4. The finger control, and there are even like, yeah, overlapping patterns like this. Just... wow, okay. Look at that. Just looking at the pattern, you know how absurd this is. Definitely one of the harder picks in the pool. Or just Nomad. The Nomad pool, this is definitely one of the harder picks. Gigantic slider. Some slider control here. You don't want to really drop these slider ends. Most of the difficulty will come from the tapping. There will be like a huge finger control pattern here coming up, so pretty scary. Slow. Just a little bit of burst there. Yeah, next up is going to be probably one of the hardest sections in the map. Okay, some reading actually. Bus slider. Yeah, this map has been used in a decent amount of tournaments, but not really in the Nomad 4 slot. I think that's gonna be it for the map. It's very short. One of the shortest maps in the pool. Yeah. It's just tapping tech. Nothing really special about it. So let's just jump into the Nomad 5, which is gonna be an easier one. An easier Nomad 5 for sure. Open your third eye. This is definitely been used, almost overused in tournaments, but I still pulled it because it's a banger. This was a decent amount of bangers, definitely more than round of 16 in my opinion, but okay. This is another Toho song. Have we had a Toho song? Yeah, we had a Nomad 2. Yeah, this map is actually pretty easy um for Nomad 5 at this pool, to be honest. But it is going to test that you could say accuracy game, you know. And this Nomad 5 has the BPM that uh of 233, so pretty fast. We actually have another tapping map at a pretty close 225 BPM. Kind of overlapping, but not really, you know. It's still like a 10 BPM, almost a 10 BPM gap, so. And nothing really special about this map other than the fact it's mapped pretty well. It's mapped by a pretty well-known tournament player, Mamiya Kokoro. Pretty surprised that Kokoro maps as well. Yeah, the bursts are pretty big, but yeah, I think a lot of our players will nail this pretty handedly. Yeah, not a very long song as well. Just yeah, 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Definitely one of the shorter maps. Now we're gonna jump into a long map. A Flowing Nomad 6. Wait. It's gonna be a Flowing Nomad 6. Deftone song. Mapped by Ashi, so Ashitaro, so the same person who mapped um the qualifiers Hidden 2. But this map is just a lot more consistent in terms of difficulty force. Yeah, this is one of the gimmick picks. And it is 200 BPM, 206. With, I think some, variable BPM as well. Yeah, now the gimmick picks are pretty difficult. Unlike qualifiers round of 32, they were pretty definitely at the L level. But now the reading has gone up to another level. Hidden 2 is pretty much just as hard as this. This is more aim based, and Hidden 2 is gonna be tapping. And this pool is not gonna allow tapping players to really, even though it is a tapping based pool kind of, it won't really allow tapping players to kind of abuse or speed abuse, because the highest BPM tapping pick in this pool is a whopping 200 and 33 for Nomad 5. And the high BPM pick is going to be the DT2 at 258 BPM, but it is 100% just finger control, so no shred tapping for this because we already had 3 shred tapping picks in the earlier pools. So yeah, we've seen a lot of bullying, so it's really hard to kind of balance the difficulty of the DTs, the DT tapping picks, because the average of those picks are always much higher. Yeah, look at this flow aim. Jesus Christ. It is definitely one of the harder picks in the pool as well. For gimmick players, then probably not, but yeah, pretty difficult, especially when it's so long. At 3 minutes, like about 3 minutes. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Now jumping to the hidden one. Pretty scary. Hidden one's pretty scary, but very consistent, and not like the flow aim hidden one we had in a round of 16, which was kind of inconsistent. Tsukiakari now. This song and map hasn't been used a lot, so, and it fits almost perfectly in this pool, so we just pulled it. Why not, you know? Oh yeah, I forgot to change the Twitch title. Of course I did. So, changing it now. This is a pretty ordinary Nomad hidden one with a pretty consistent difficulty throughout. Nothing super special. Yeah, still a decent amount of tapping thrown in this. I'm not sure if anyone's gonna really complain about the lack of fast tapping, but we technically do have fast tapping, but like it's finger control and not really like shred tapping. We do have high BPM tapping, but yeah, it's not even like high BPM. Round of 16 was 270 BPM. Jesus Christ. But yeah, this round it's gonna be 258 BPM for the fast tapping pick. It's more like a finger control pick, yeah. Yeah, nothing special about the um, it's really important. Yep, sure. If Mappool reveal is super important, then you could risk losing your job. It's okay, right? Okay, let's jump into the Hidden Two. Um, Hidden Two is also not super special, but we definitely improved the difficulty scaling. Yeah, I think this is a pretty big classic as well. Good news to the tapping haters. No more tapping. No more shred tapping. Again, and not almost to no like reading. Thank you. Our team is cool. I had to get a lot of help from people most of the time, and they were definitely super cooperative. Yeah, so we just um put out some decent pools, you know. I think this pool is going to be pretty good as well, considering we have two customs. Uh, Background music's too loud. Wait, what? I had it at -5 dB. Okay, maybe I'm just talking too quietly. Okay, I think it's gonna be better now. I don't know how that's still too loud. I'm just talking pretty quiet today because I'm kind of tired. Today was a rough day at school. Or maybe I just lack sleep, I don't know. But yeah, this Hidden 2, again, no reading. Hidden 3 is gonna have some reading though. That's kind of funny. Hidden 3 is the reading pick. Um, this is just straight up just AR8 gaming. Uh, Traditional cup defies all traditional norms. Absolute cinema. Absolute tradition. Flow aim as well, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit of flow aim, you know, making up for the lack of flow aim in this upcoming Hidden 3 now. Yeah, Hidden 3 is gonna be, I'm gonna say it's pretty unhinged. It's gonna be one of the maps of one of the poolers again, the one who mapped Nomad 1. It's a collab between them and another mapper. Uh, let's see where the thing is. Dope back replays. I stole them all. Nice. Anyways, we have this map. It is very quick. Also, it's Hoshimachi, so we say we have VTuber now. Uh, it is 155 BPM alt with some reading patterns. So this is, for some people, might be one of the harder picks because, yeah, but it is not very consistent. There's pretty much nothing in a lot of the bridges, and only the Ki really holds a little bit of difficulty. For some people, definitely one of the harder picks. For some people, easy. Easy win, easy dub. But yeah, this pool requires a little bit of practice, but like overall, but we're not gonna try to make practicing a chore, so most of the stuff are just short. Except for Nomad 6, that was funny, but that really didn't, that really doesn't really require that much practice. Yeah, there are fake outs in this. Alt patterns aren't super deadly at all, although they are of 310 BPM, so this is still a pretty dope hidden 3. Maybe not for some people, for some VTubing haters, you know. I don't really watch them, but yeah, this song is wasn't that bad, and it looks pretty fun to play, and it is pretty fun to play. It is an edit of an existing map that my friend did. My fellow Mappooler did, or made. It used to be like hidden 2, I think, but we just bumped up the AR and it became a hidden 3, pretty much. This pool really just tests skill set that were totally missing in the other pools in round of 32 and round of 16. Yeah, this also tests all this hidden 3 is also fast alt like qualifiers, but it is like another breed of alt in my opinion. Okay, let's jump into the hard rock pool. Hard rock 1 is going to be a very no, very it is pretty fast. It's 198 BPM. It's tapping based, and it is a whopping 4 minutes and 23 seconds long. Pretty long song, you know. Probably, I think this is the longest aside from the tiebreaker. So yeah, first picks of pools are pretty long most of the time. I think Hard Rock 2 is gonna be long too, yeah. 3 minutes and a half. So we got a decent amount of long songs in this one. Also, we are lacking tech. Yes, we are definitely lacking slider tech. What the hell is this shake from this player? So, because we're lacking tech, Hard Rock 3 is gonna be tech, and that's gonna be our first custom. DT4 is gonna be our second custom. Yeah, not a lot of slider aim, just the slider tech in this pool. There's tapping tech, and that Nomad 4 had some like slider control, but not a lot of sliders involved in this pool. Unlike 3-2. a round of 16, which had 2 flatter aim maps. Yeah, so there's slider tech maps. Slider aim is different. Yeah, this map has pretty I would say unconventional, but yeah, it will still hit like a conventional aim. It has some like sudden jumps, you know, like small jumps and then leading to a really big jump to kind of emphasize the loud sound of the music, but this map really does it to another level, and you really notice it when you play. It's pretty fun, but sometimes it will throw you off and then you lose, or you break, and that's not really wanted. I said this was tapping based, but pretty much the tapping lies only in this Ki, so a lot of aim still. Also, the tapping often goes to the second or third slot, so yeah. Not a lot of tech, you know, not a lot of tech, more tapping in this pool. I think the test player, the replayer just dropped that big burst, space burst. Hmm. Yeah. When I test played this, I thought to myself is if this was a little bit easy, but no, definitely not. Especially with those like cut stream pattern, which at 200 BPM is pretty difficult, you know. With a very consistent aim as well. This might just be more difficult than the Nomad one, but nah. Still think Nomad 1 stands a chance to this, so yeah, the first picks are pretty balanced. And the additional picks are the Hidden 2 and 3. Hidden Hard Rock 2, Hard Rock 3 are gonna be pretty unhinged. Not as much as round of 16's Hard Rock 3 though. That was like crazy. My god, this player is shaking way too much. Okay. Yeah. No, actually, I said this was tapping based, but no, definitely not. It's not. Maybe I looked at it wrong. I don't know. Yeah, it's mostly aim. So, yeah, weird. But Hard Rock 2 is gonna be an extremely weird map. It's gonna be the Hard Rock 3 of this pool, in my opinion, but it's a banger. And it still does its job pretty well. It's not that the biggest um surprise factor, but it's gonna be uh the Hills by the Weekend. Weekend, we all know, biggest pop star in the entire world. This is one of his biggest hits, I'm pretty sure. So this is going to be a slow BPM um precision map, and then into the chorus it will bump up to a whopping 217 BPM map at 6.5, if I'm not mistaken. That's 56.5 times 4. So 226 BPM jumps actually. 217 was another map. Yeah, it was another map. Definitely one of the harder picks in the pool now. Last Hard Rock 2 was pretty difficult as well. This one is just unhinged. It requires a ton of attention, a lot of focus. Um, yeah, most of this is almost a gimmick pick. Yeah, a lot of players will like just choke on these slow BPM patterns and then drop a lot of ag on these slow patterns. Actually, no, fast patterns. Jesus Christ, this is 226 BPM. Some of the jumps are. It's pretty hard to kind of adapt to that fast BPM aim all of a sudden like that. Look at that gigantic jump. You really need to be good at this precision skill set to nail this, but yeah, this will definitely decide who's the better precision player, so probably one of the bully picks of the pool, but yeah, it's a pretty long bully pick. So not super reliable in my opinion. But this is still this can still be usable for bully. I think the DT pool might be pretty controversial because there is no second shred tapping map. There's only one finger control and then one other shred tapping map, which kind of overlaps with the Nomad 5, so there isn't a fast tapping um map in this pool. Yeah, only finger control. Only a fast BPM finger control. Okay, now let's jump into the custom Hard Rock 3 TV room song. Yeah, something I just took out of Wafer's song library. But yeah, the hit sounds of this map is pretty long, or pretty long. This isn't super tech. It's more like slider aim and then some rhythm tapping. Not this is not really alt. Although the BPM is like in that alt kind of region at 150 154. But not a lot of alt. It's more like finger control than alt. Some people might consider this to be a tech. I do think it's pretty tech inspired. It has tech elements. Yeah, fast ladders. Weird rhythms here. Yeah, watch out for that fast spinner, of course. Yeah, we have this breakdown section, kind of, at the end. Yeah, it's just a pretty fast slider aim map, not super tech. But now let's jump into the DT1. It's like mix between like alt and tech and finger control, so not like entirely tech, not none of that Neil Perry stuff, you know. But here we go, banger. We're gonna start with the banger DT1, Kaibutsu by Yoasobi. Featured in I think D stars. Yeah, we did plan to use another B stars song, but this is just a better one. Let's just jump right into it. It is going to be a very weird DT1, actually. Definitely out of the ordinary. So we're just abandoning the traditional cup name. Aim definitely is difficult. There are like very minimal bursts. There's like one, if I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's the double, but the aim is very simple. And then yeah, we got this weird section with the sliders. And then next, okay, we even have like that overlap section there with overlaps. We even have here, we have an overlap section. Yeah, rhythm section. This map is really fun though, to practice as well. We did see some complaints about DT1 being a little bit too difficult um, for a round of 16, so we gave them what they wanted. This is a bit more difficult. Pretty difficult to nail or get consistent at. And then DT2 and DT3 are going to be pretty controversial in my opinion. Gigantic jumps here at the end. That's gonna pack a lot of the star rating. So yeah, pretty challenging map. It's gonna be capping at 6.44 stars. Definitely the highest in this pool. But because it's mostly aim, and the DT aim is proven to be one of the easier skill sets, we just shot it to the moon with that SR. DT2 is now is gonna be the exact opposite. The SR is gonna be below 6, but the finger control definitely um compensates that for that SR lack, you know. This is gonna be one of the weirder picks. I'm gonna say that. Enigma Helix by Ice Cult. Yes. Mapped by Ice Cult. Don't really know those artists. This is gonna be a AR 8.5, so buffed up. No, it's not AR 8.5 actually, it's only AR 8. So 9.7 AR after DT. And OD 8.4 after DT. So very low OD. And yeah, there's still tapping elements. Pretty fast. It's pretty fast, but most of the difficulty will be within the finger control patterns that the finger control is crazy. There's almost no aim requirement. There's almost zero throughout the whole map. But yeah, the finger control is especially in the later half, is crazy. I would say almost crazy. DT3 is gonna be an easy tapping pick. Okay, look at this finger control. Jesus Christ. Slider aim a little bit. A little bit of slider aim. Look at that finger control. Jesus. A lot of doubles. Even more doubles mixed in with some 1-2 rhythms. Yeah, this map is definitely not a shredding map, although it's high BPM. Definitely a different skill set being tested here in this DT2. So let's jump into the DT3 now. It's gonna be an easy pick, but it's gonna be act battle. Yeah, this I think has been used as like almost a farm map for some players. It is to see a circle size 5, so pretty small circles. Okay, so funny thing, DT3 and DT4 are both like almost CS5. With DT3 being CS5 and DT4 being a 4.7 CS, yes. That's kind of funny. Yeah, the tapping requirement is almost lacking compared to even like the round of the 16, so this is going to be an almost act battle in almost every match. So yeah, no more tapping bullying, or at least fast tapping bullying. This is yeah, just a bit lower BPM than the Nomad 5. No, Nomad 5 being like 233, I think. This is 225. So just an 8 BPM difference. Yeah, it does make a slight bit of difference because there might be people who are capped at 225 or something like that. You can shred this, but not the Nomad 5. But yeah, pretty much too low BPM shredding map. Almost yeah, the high BPM is not gonna be shredding, but more finger control, like as I've said like 10 billion times in this stream. A lot of shredding. The shredding is more consistent and less um, stamina requiring not as stamina requiring as round of 16 DT2. But yeah, the premise is still the same, still the same BPM, still has shred tapping. It is more consistent, but this map is more consistent, but yeah, it doesn't require that much stamina. So it's gonna be the tapping pick of this pool, not the stamina. DT2 is gonna be stamina or finger control, and this time it's gonna be finger control. So DT4 now, we have a second custom. This custom has been made, I think, 2 years ago. Um, I plan to use this in a tournament, like whenever, but now it is the time to use it. It's gonna be one of the scarier picks probably for some people. It's gonna be one of the bangers as well. Yeah. This is an indie artist, so I don't really know how to um, introduce them, but this is going to be the 300 BPM alt DT4. We haven't had um, alt DT4 for a long time, so yeah, all the way back in qualies we haven't had one. So here's an alt DT4 with some aim, yeah. You could say this is kind of an aim alt, or like sharp alt map. And oh my god, another sharp alt map. Another Nomad 3. Nomad 3 is no more, is not flow aim anymore. We have 3 alt maps in this pool, by the way, yeah. That's kind of funny. In Nomad 3, Hidden 3, and this. But yeah, it's alright. It's all different types of alts, so. The only thing that's kind of overlapping in this pool is the BPM between Nomad 5 and DT3. Kind of an attempt to stop that tapping bullying. Although DT2 is absolutely unhinged in the finger control. So any really good finger control player can really abuse that quite well, but yeah. Sharp alt. Nomad 3 is what did have like flow aim, but that wasn't the main part. So here's just like full out sharp alt, almost aim alt. To be honest, this is going to be one of the hardest picks in the pool. It is 300 BPM. No, actually, no. I think at this higher BPM, there are a lot of our players who can nail this when they're pretty warm. This is gonna be one of the bully maps for sure. Your 300 BPM alt is pretty scary. This is not as fast as the Kendrick song, I think. The Kendrick was like more than 320 or something, I don't know. I forgot the math, but now it's gonna be tiebreaker. I'm just gonna release the pool right now. So tiebreaker is just gonna be a tiebreaker. There actually will be a little bit of tech in this one. Wow. So careful chain. It's gonna be a low BPM tiebreaker once again. Only 178 BPM. A little bit faster than round 32, but yeah. Low BPM tiebreakers uh has like made one of the biggest upsets in no the literally the biggest upset possible. Um, so why not do it again? Repeat the process, and you will gain something, I guess. Yeah, CS4. We got two high CS DTs. We don't have a fast shred DT pick, and Nomad 5 and DT3 kind of overlap a little bit. I don't think it's that big of a problem though. Both of that the stuff that I just listed at, but yeah, we could always do better in the next post. most of the picks in this pool was by me. Like, let's see, like almost every single pick was by me. So I think the only pick that wasn't by me is um actually no, we have none of that. Maybe Nyel was someone else, I think. Okay, I'm gonna release the pools now. Okay, we got the tech card. Finally, we have tech in this. Oh my god, that was crazy. Alright, let's drop the pool. Just gotta make sure everything is formatted right, the links are good, and stuff like that, so... Yeah, I think it's good. It's good. Yeah, actually a pretty technical tiebreaker. Oh, look at that flow aim! Oh my god! Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Got so much flow aim. Yeah, this tiebreaker is definitely very challenging. With a lot of aspects. Must leave the tech. Pretty long. This is a pretty long one. Yeah, this tiebreaker is pretty much just touching that 5-minute mark. Yeah, pretty nice map from Gazamol here. And that's gonna be it for the Mappool showcase. That slider's kinda sus though. Yeah. Yep, balls, of course. Of course, they just had to draw the balls. Anyways. Good job, Martin, for drawing the balls. But yeah, that's gonna be the map pool, the quarterfinals map pool, and I'm just gonna stop the stream now. See you next time on the gameplay streams, the match streams. I'm gonna be streaming a lot this weekend. I'm pretty sure because schedules are pretty in my favor. So see you guys.